It looked like the perfect example of Justin Bijlow's modern goalkeeping skill set. While defending a lead against FC Twente in January last year, the Feyenoord keeper came flying out to intercept a ball that Virgil Misidjan was chasing. Goalkeeping Pata has summarized for you. Justin Bijlow, the modern goalkeeper on Arsenal's list of potential Aaron Ramsdale replacements. It looked like the perfect example of Justin Bijlow's modern goalkeeping skill set. While defending a lead against FC Twente in January last year, the Feyenoord keeper came flying out to intercept a ball that Virgil Misidjan was chasing. Bijlow slid and put the ball into touch, but the 20 winger attempted to take the resulting throw quickly. Realizing he had left his goal gaping, Bijlow did what any street-smart goalkeeper would do and gamed the Eredivisie multi-ball system by grabbing a spare one and chucking it onto the pitch first. Misidjan lost his temper and launched a dodgeball-style throw at Bijlow, who was shown a yellow card for his bit of sharp, but sneaky, thinking. The viral clip of the incident introduced the perceptiveness of the 26-year-old to a worldwide audience, but it is the wider ability to read play, whether with the ball at his feet or to preempt attacks. That means Arsenal and Liverpool are monitoring his situation this summer. The academy graduate is a Rotterdam boy and has been at his hometown club since the age of 6, making his breakthrough in 2018-19 with 16 league starts under Giovanni van Bronckhorst. Bijlow's progress has been beset by injury, missing 187 games for club and country over the past 6 years. But he has been first choice when fit and is now hoping to claim the Netherlands' #1 jersey this summer, having made Ronald Koeman's squad for Euro 2024. Manchester United inquired about his availability last year and were quoted around €25 million, £21.2 million, $27 million. But having missed 3 months of the season with a calf injury, there is a belief Feyenoord will not stand in his way should a bid of more than €10 million arrive over the coming weeks. Bijlow features high up on a list of potential candidates to replace Aaron Ramsdale should he leave Arsenal this summer, with Newcastle United interested in the England international, who was restricted to just 11 starts last season after losing his place to David Raya. The original season-long loan, which brought Raya across London from Brentford, will be made permanent in this window, and Arsenal could be looking for another goalkeeper to rival the Spaniard. Their goalkeeping coach Inaki Kana enjoys a lot of autonomy when it comes to identifying the profile of players who suit, and Bijlow ticks a lot of boxes for possession-dominant clubs. Liverpool, where his Feyenoord manager Arne Slot has just succeeded Jurgen Klopp, may be another option. First-choice Alisson's backup of recent years, Kevin Kelleher, performed admirably this season when debutising, but he has admitted his next step is to become a #1, which would leave a vacancy at Anfield. Staying free of injuries and playing regularly would likely be the optimal choice for Bijlow, but given his stylistic fit and leadership qualities, he is a cut-price candidate to join one of the Premier League's top sides. Distribution. Bijlow is suited to a short passing game. According to FBref.com, he had the shortest average pass length of all Eredivisie goalkeepers this season at 25.6 meters and launched, defined as balls that traveled over 40 meters, just 17.8% of his kicks. A key part of Slot's style of build-up play revolves around baiting the opposition into pressing high, then quickly playing through or around them. One of Bijlow's tricks when he has the ball in hand is to give the impression to the opposition that he is about to drop it. Here against PC Zwolle, he slowly lowered it, which triggered the striker to spring towards him. He kept his hips facing straight to suggest he was about to play the ball centrally before, at the final moment, using his weaker foot to pass to the wide center-back instead. By this point, the opposition have jumped forward in expectation of one pass, and Feyenoord quickly played down the outside. He has proven he can do this against Champions League sides too, with Lazio also being pulled apart by the subtle fakes and tilts of the body before playing the pass. Bijlow often looks to escape that sort of pressure by playing into sitting midfielder Ramos Zaruki, sometimes through narrow gaps. It is high risk, but Bijlow's composure is admirable. Against AZ Alkmaar, he lured them into going man-for-man and waited for the central midfielder to overcommit before zipping a ball through a narrow passing lane, creating a 6 versus 5 transition from nothing. In a similar goal kick routine to one Arsenal use, Bijlow receives the ball from his center-back and entices the opposition in by playing a bounce pass off his midfielder, waiting on 3 players to surround him, then finding the gap at the last second. Bijlow rarely looks flustered in these scenarios and builds a picture of his options quickly. At times, he delays and signals he is lofting the ball, which prompts his fullbacks to dart forward, enabling him to find them with a deft chip over the top of the opposition winger. Another of his favorite passes is the deadweight clip to a striker's feet, so they can link play first time rather than having to compete to win or control a hopeful punt. Aggressive positioning. In the final game of the season, this was the attribute that stood out a mile. The statistics show this is another of Bijlow's strengths as he stops 13.4% of all crosses, comfortably the most in the Eredivisie, the Dutch top flight. The average position of all his defensive actions was the joint highest, furthest away from his own goal, in the league, owing to his starting position enabling him to sweep up balls played over the top of the defense. As Excelsior prepare to deliver here, Bijlow scans the area 3 times to assess the space. By the time the ball is leaving the winger's foot, he has already edged out 3 yards. Despite the delivery swinging out towards the penalty spot, he sprints and leaps off 1 foot, towering above a cluster of bodies to punch the ball away and start a counterattack. He is preemptive at crosses and looks to take the pressure off his defenders by being brave in attacking any looping deliveries. At this free kick, he again commits early and takes the ball at its highest point, clattering the opposition target man in the process while clinging onto his catch. Bijlow is an accomplished shot stopper who closes the angle rapidly on forwards in one-on-one situations. As shown several times against champions PSV Eindhoven this season, he moves across his goal quickly. His upright bounce as shots are about to be taken has cost him reaction time on a couple of occasions, but his reflexes are sharp and he regularly saves with his feet, as he did to prevent Celtic's Luis Palma from reversing the ball past him at close range. The questions now for Bijlow are, can he stay fit and where does he want his career to take him? If selected as the Netherlands' #1 at the European Championship that begins in 2 weeks' time, he will have an opportunity to show his credentials to a much wider audience, and he may attract other suitors. The Premier League clubs who have an interest in him, Arsenal, Liverpool, and, previously, Manchester United, all have established first-choice goalkeepers at the moment. Would he be happy to go somewhere he is most likely to be a backup when he has shown that, when fit, he is more than capable of being a #1?